Great.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, and welcome. Welcome to you, and thank you for joining our launch, for taking the time out to join our launch tonight. For anybody that doesn't know us, which is practically everybody, I'm Julie, and this is my beautiful daughter, Hannah.
Hello.
She doesn't talk a lot.
She's the talker.
And I just wanted to give you a brief explanation as to why I love Arbonne, and why I joined Arbonne as an independent consultant to spread the news of where I am. Basically, I discovered the company via a friend 2 years ago who offered me a sample pack of RE9. Enough said. Good night. Well, that was it. I was hooked. These products, it was crazy. I started having tingly sensations on my skin for a few days. And when I spoke to Rachel, she said, stick with it. It was my pH balance coming into the correct level. I stuck with it and I've never looked back. And hey, doesn't it show? I'm 80 this year. So it's good stuff. Hannah, she's only 30, just last year, and she wants to remain looking 30. She actually looks 12, but
thanks to Arbonne.
She's decided to jump in, so we've actually created a new Arbonne business together, because basically I really didn't pursue the business side of it.
We spent 2 years really trying the products, didn't we? Getting to know the products, trying them. We did a bit of recommending to friends and family who were noticing. But really in December, we decided January this year, 2017, Arbonne business, it's time to really take it forward.
Definitely. Well, I became a grandmother
thanks to me.
15 months ago, and he is actually really the main reason why we're here this evening, to talk about our baby James. Hannah, I'll pass over to you on that.
Well, my main reason for wanting my Arbonne business is, alongside the products, is that once I'd had my baby, I didn't really want to go back to work. I always thought that I would whilst I was pregnant. And then I had my baby, and all of a sudden everything changed completely. And the first few months I just spent concentrating obviously on him and doing my best by him. And then that time started to approach where it almost became time where I was going to have to consider making my way back to work and considering childcare and all the rest of it. And I just thought, do you know what? I really don't want to go back to work yet. I don't want someone else. I don't want to be paying somebody my hard-earned money to bring up my baby. And then I realised maybe I don't have to. Maybe I could launch our online business, our Arbonne business. I could then earn money for myself and my family instead of earning money for somebody else whilst I'm paying someone else to bring up my baby.
While still enjoying the products that we love so much.
Yeah, so that's really why I'm launching our Arbonne business, because I think I can give our family, a better life with Arbonne, with the products we use, and I can fit it around bringing up my baby.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. And I, of course, I still work currently, but I'm aiming for basically to be self-sufficient eventually, and to be a support to Hannah and my little grandson, and have a business that we can nurture along with him, because it's for his future and future generations. But I don't know too much about that, but I do know a beautiful young lady that does, who is Daniela Wells, and I would love to pass you over to Danny actually now, who will actually give you an overview of the business itself. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Hannah. That was such a lovely introduction. Hi, everybody, and I just loved hearing more about why Julie and Hannah both decided to set up their own business as a health and wellness consultant to help people. You both have got such a massive heart, and it's really clear to see how much you adore James, but also it's you love helping people, and I think that's what's key with this business. This is a business that people thrive in who like to help other people, and you two are both those people. You like to help other people and you like to make a difference, and that's why you're so good at what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So for everybody else that is on the call right now, you're probably thinking, who is this? And I don't blame you. A little bit about me. Julie has just obviously introduced me. My name is Danny Wells, or Daniela, don't mind what I'm called. I actually didn't, and when I was a child, dream one day of becoming an Arbonne consultant. It wasn't on the agenda. I actually pursued a career in ophthalmology, so I had a 7-year career working for a really busy opticians, and I absolutely loved it. And that was where I imagined I would stay working for the rest of my life until I retired. And then something happened, because that's what usually happens. Something happens to somebody and it just sets you off on a different course. What happened to me was I became a mum, like Hannah, and all of a sudden everything changes. And I decided that I didn't want to be tied into somebody else's business, working 9 to 5, having to request the weeks off that I'd have off in a year. I think I have to have like 4 weeks off in a year, and heaven forbid if I booked a week off that somebody else had booked off, there was no way I was allowed that. I wasn't able to see my children in their sports days, swimming lessons, assemblies, and it just wasn't what I wanted. So I decided to pursue something else, much like Julie and Hannah, and I decided to set up my own business so that I could control my time. But better than that, it's an online business. So that means that for me, every time the week comes, I open up my diary and I put into my diary the things that I want to do first. So my children's assemblies, my children's sports days, spending time with my husband, all the things I want to do go in my diary first, and then I fit my Arbonne online business around what I want to do. And I think that's the key to Arbonne. It enables you to choose what you want to do first and fit your job around it, which most jobs don't do. So I decided to do this 3 years ago, and I've never ever looked back since. I've been able to go on so many trips. I was able to take my children to Disney last year, which was a massive goal. I've been able to tell my husband he doesn't have to go back to work anymore, which again was a massive goal. And I've enjoyed the products, which I know we're going to talk about in a second. And I've just got to have a lot of fun and built a financial security blanket around our family. And I'm going to kind of give you a bit of an overview of the business, but before I do, I just want to say I'm quite like Julia. I like to talk a lot. So what I'm going to say is I'm only going to give you a very brief overview of the business, and at the end you're probably going to have questions, and that's great because I like to talk about Arbonne, Julie likes to talk about Arbonne, Hannah likes to talk about Arbonne. So that's great. Write down your questions, write down every question that you think of along the way, and then just ask one of us. And if you're watching this as a recording, just message myself, Julie, Hannah, it doesn't matter, and ask those questions. But for tonight, I'm just going to give you like a 15-minute overview. So I'm just going to share my screen. We have got a presentation, but by no means is it death by PowerPoint. It's just to keep me on the right track and just to give you the bullet points to Arbonne. Right, so I'm going to begin with the Arbonne story. So for me, when my friend told me about Arbonne, I had never heard of it. So I don't know about Julie or Hannah, before Rachel told you about Arbonne, had you ever heard of Arbonne?
No.
Same here. So if you're watching this call right now, if you're on this launch and you've never heard of Arbonne, the reason why is because this is a word of mouth business. So Arbonne does not pay for any advertising. It's not sold in any shops. So you will only hear of Arbonne when a friend tells you about it. That's the only way this business works. It works through word of mouth advertising. And that is because the man that the founder of this company, who is called Peter Moore, his picture's at the bottom, he's wearing the red glasses. He believed that if people were going to buy something, whether it was clothes or products or cars or holidays, whatever it may be that people spend their money on, they should be given an honest word of mouth recommendation. He believes that is the best way for people to choose what it is that they want to spend their money on, because in this day and age, we are all sick to death of celebrities being paid thousands and thousands of pounds to be on an advert on the television saying, buy this because I'm worth it, or whatever their script is. And we watch it and we think, they're not even using those products. They're just lying to us. And it frustrates us. So Petta's vision with this company was all about honest, word of mouth recommendation. So all myself and Hannah and Julie and all of the thousands and thousands and thousands of other consultants do, all we do is use these Arbonne products and tell people what we think. That's it. It's as simple as that, and then we're paid. So it isn't actually our job to sell anything, because my biggest worry about this was, I'm not a salesperson. I can't sell. But that's great, because the idea of this business isn't to actually sell anything. It's to use the products and review them and tell people what you think. And then you leave it there. If people want to buy the products, fantastic. They can buy them from our website, or Julie's website, or Hannah's website. And if they don't, that's okay as well. So this is a fantastic company, because it is all about people. It isn't a profit-driven company. It is a people-driven company. And that is what most people want these days. Most people want a caring company that actually cares about people above profit. And that is exactly what Arbonne is. Right, so a tiny bit about the products. So the products are phenomenal. They are vegan, which is absolutely incredible. It's so hard to buy products these days that aren't filled with animal products, waste products, bulking agents. We are Swiss, so we adhere to Swiss standards, and we're plant-based. So the products are incredible. Julie, was there anything you wanted to particularly say about the products on this slide?
Literally, I could spend about 2 or 3 days talking, but I'm going to keep it as brief as you can. Literally, these products, I find, when you kind of transfer to using Arbonne from your typical high street products, there is definitely a difference in the smells, the texture of them, the quality of them is just phenomenal. But I'm looking here at this slide, and you can literally smell these products as they are pure from the plant almost. Yeah, as Hannah's just said. It's honestly, and unless you actually try them, I can't even stress to people what it's like. I was just very briefly, I was with a friend at the weekend, and we had a coffee, and I am forever, I've been well known for this. If people know me for years, I wear hand cream, and I like to put some form of lipstick or gloss on my lips. And it doesn't matter where I am, I don't care. I'll start, rubbing cream into my hands. And if whoever I'm sat with, I'll always offer them a little bit of hand cream. And I did this, and instantly my friend looked at me and she said, "Gosh, oh my gosh, that smells absolutely beautiful. What is it?" And it was the mint, the spearmint, the merry mint hand cream. And she said, "Oh my goodness," and she rubbed, and she literally raved, and I had this smile on my face, and I sat there and said, well, this is actually now where I can actually say to you, this is the company that I was telling you about. And she couldn't believe it. She said, that just smells so pure. And it was really interesting, because we were discussing what you'd said a moment ago, Danny. Because at the moment, there's a new advertisement on the television with Jennifer Aniston, and she's lovely, and she's such a beautiful girl and everything, and she's recommending a certain particular product. And another friend of mine, a few days before, had said, "God, I've got to have that." And I said, "What's that?" And she described the product and that. And she said, "Well, if it's good enough for her, I'm having it." And I must admit, I chuckled to myself, because I thought, I can't get into this conversation and saying I don't think she actually uses it.
Yeah,
she's paid as a job to do that, but hey. And funny, the strange thing was that the previous friend had actually declined trying any of my products, even samples for free, even though I actually said, I can guarantee you that these products are amazing. And no, I couldn't even tempt her with just trying some for free, with no obligation to become, in the business or even to purchase anything. So it really just rings right with what you've just explained, Danny. That they're crazy, these products, that they're just amazing and they're so natural. I just could go on. I'm going to stop. I'm passing it to you again.
You're so right. And when I first started my business with Arbonne, I found that a lot of people I spoke to, because they hadn't heard of the brand, were a little bit wary, because there are a lot of companies out there that aren't people driven. They are profit driven.
Yeah.
There's a lot of companies that are cutting corners, and people are wary these days. But for me, as I've continued to grow my business, a lot of people that said no in the beginning 3 years ago now are either purchasing products from my website, or they're training to be a consultant. So it just goes to show that sometimes people are wary in the beginning, but like you just said, Julie, once you try these products, you can't look back. The products are absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So it's really great that we are formulated with plant-based ingredients, but also what is key is what we don't contain. A lot of people these days are looking for free from in their foods, in their products. They are trying to get away from all the nasty chemicals that are put into things to make them cheaper. So we are free from all of the nasty chemicals that people want to avoid, such as parabens, which are obviously found in cancers these days, very scary. We are free from formaldehyde-donating preservatives, which is basically what they embalm dead bodies in to preserve whatever it is that they need to do there. Why are they putting that into products? That is insane. So we're free from that. So when you go to the shop to buy your product, shops have to sell products with a 7-year shelf life. So how they give them that 7-year shelf life is formaldehyde donating preservatives or parabens, these nasty things. So we're free from that because we're not sold on a shelf. We're an online business. So we're free from all of these nasties. And we're free from mineral oil, which is a waste product of petrol. It's so harmful to the environment that it is actually illegal to dispose of on the environment. So when they collect their crude oil from the ground for petrol, they're left with all of this nasty mineral oil, and they don't know what to do with it. So they sell it to the cosmetics companies for pence, for gallons and gallons and gallons of mineral oil, and then the cosmetics companies use it to water down all of your bottles. So your bottles of shampoo, your body wash, your face wash, your toothpaste, your hand wash, all of your bottles, 90% watered down in mineral oil. That is how they can sell things so cheap. That's how they do it. Okay, so you're probably grasping now that the products are incredible, the business is incredible, but what products do we actually have? So we've got all skincare. So we've got skincare for men, for women, anti-aging, problematic skin, sensitive skin, dry skin, oily skin, and then treatment skin. So we've got fantastic treatments for me, I used it for scarring. I've used it to resurface my skin. So we've got literally something for everybody. We've got a fantastic nutrition range. So we've got energy drinks that are really healthy, packed full of all the B vitamins that we need. So they help people get off coffee and those nasty energy drinks that you can buy from the shop. We've got all your vitamins, we've got protein powders, we've got sports supplements, we've got immunity boost, we've got all sorts. And then I'm going to move on to bath and body. So hair care, baby wash, we've got spa treatments, mud mask, sun care, we've got toothpaste, deodorant, and then moving on to makeup. So from a business stance, it's a one-stop shop for pretty much everything that every household uses. So our products are literally ordered online, the same way that somebody would order from Amazon or trying to think of another online website. Well, I order a lot of
eBay.
eBay. I was going to say Little Woods. I order a lot of my clothes from Little Woods. So when you go online, you put into your shopping basket what you want, and usually somebody has helped you make a decision on what it is that would be right for you. And that's where I come in. That's where Julie comes in. That's where Hannah comes in. We are trained consultants to help you pick what it is that you need. So you tell us what you're looking for. You'll say, right, I've got really problematic skin on my baby. I'm having to go back and forth to the GP and they're prescribing me all sorts of creams because my baby's skin is so red and raw and itchy. What have you got? And then you might say, I'm always having to wash my hair every couple of days. It gets really greasy. What can you do? Or I've got really bad like gut irritations, and every time I eat a meal, I'm bloating up. What nutrition would help me? Or I wake up in the morning and I'm still tired. What can you do for me that is going to enable me to enjoy the day without feeling tired and lethargic? So we as consultants help you choose what's going to be right for you. And then you purchase that. And what's key about this is we don't take any money from people because it's all done online. We don't deliver any catalogs. We don't deliver any products. It is literally an online website. So I would help somebody in Australia. I don't deal with any money or any dropping off anything at the door. I tell them what it is that they should choose based on what they've told me that they need, and then they order it and it's delivered straight to their door. Now, because there's no shop, because there's no celebrity being paid thousands and thousands of pounds to lie to us about using a product, because there's no wholesaler, no warehouse, no sales force, no staff in the middle, because there's none of this, you can imagine the price of the product can come down about 80%. So these are luxury, high quality products, like Julie's already said, but at affordable prices, because we move only through word of mouth advertising. We do not move through a traditional retail. So that is how the cost can be brought right down. So I am coming to the end now. If you're sat on this call right now and you can think of somebody in your life that is sick and tired of being sick and tired, whether they're health poor, whether they are sick of their job, whether they don't want to go back to work, whether they want to retire early, if you can think of somebody that is just fed up, this might be the time to have a think about this business for them. So I'm just going to run you through why this is a fantastic business for somebody that you may know. We have consumable products. So if somebody was going to start a business, you ideally want to have a business that has money running through the till every single month. Because Hannah and Julie could have decided to start a network marketing business in let's say TVs. You know, most people have a TV. That's great. TVs are lovely. But how often does somebody replace a TV? You're probably looking at every 5, maybe 10 years. So therefore, they're not having money run through their till every single month. But with Arbonne, everybody, no matter what their financial situation is, washes their face. Well, maybe not everybody does, but they wash at some point. But they brush their teeth and they wear deodorant and they eat and they drink. So no matter what, you've got a business that already you've got 100% of the market that want what you've got. So from a business point of view, having consumable products is key. The next thing is, in Arbonne, it is in health and wellness. Now, we all know that health and wellness, the demand for health and wellness is enormous. We had the housing boom. So if you could get involved with the housing boom before the housing boom, you were very lucky. Then we had the .com boom. So if you had stocks and shares in Facebook, Google, Apple technology before the .com boom hit, you were very lucky. If you can get involved with the health and wellness boom before it hits, which is now, you'll be a very, very, very lucky person. So if you know somebody, this is a fantastic business for them. We're in the health and wellness industry. The third thing is the ability to leverage your time. Now, Julie works you work full time, don't you, Julie?
No, part-time. Well, okay. 21 hours.
Okay. So Julie fits this business around her job. And there are many people that are Arbonne consultants that actually fit it around a 60-hour work week. So if you know somebody that works really hard, they don't actually have to give up their job to do Arbonne as well. They can do both. And then eventually, when they're earning more money from Arbonne than their main job, they can choose if they want to go part-time, if they want to leave. It doesn't matter, it's their choice. So you can actually build an Arbonne business around everything else that you do. Hannah's bringing up baby James. She fits this in around him. So you've got that ability to leverage your time. You can slot it in. As long as you're showering and you're eating and you're drinking, you can slot this business in. And then lastly, it's internet based. So as long as you've got your phone or you're connected to Wi-Fi, your business is a 24/7 business. Julie's not having to leave the house, go to the high street, open up her shop at 9 o'clock in the morning, stand in her shop for 8 hours and then close it in the evening and go home and say, right, shop's closed now. It's an internet shop. So it's open 24/7. Right now, they're on this launch and people can be on their website, putting things in their basket and ordering products. So if you do know somebody that you think they would be really interested to know more about this, all we do in this business is so simple, because I have people say to me, it sounds really simple, but what is it that as a consultant you actually do? So I love this slide because this just summarizes what we do. All we do is stop, start, share. So we stop buying all of our skincare and nutrition products in the retail stores and paying their overheads. Then we start buying our own products from our own shop at an enormous discount, and we get paid when we buy our own products as well. And then we share with other people what it is that we think about the things that we're using. We review them and share that review with others. And then some people will say, do you know, I'm not really interested in healthy products, and that's okay. And some people will say, yeah, do you know, I really, really want to make my household a free from household. I want to get rid of all the chemicals and I want to use good, healthy, safe products. Tell me where I can order them from. So that's it. We stop, start, share. It's so simple. So just before I come to the end, I'm just going to tell you how much we earn at each of the levels, because if you do know somebody that you think would be a really good fit for an Arbonne business, you probably want to have an idea of how much somebody can earn in this business. Because for me, when I started my Arbonne business, I'll be honest, I just wanted to earn £500 a month. So I said, how quickly can I earn that? And then my friend said, well, you can earn it in your first month if you work the business like properly. I was like, right, okay. That didn't happen in the first month, but I didn't work it properly, so that's fine. But after a few months, I learned how to build this business, and I've exceeded that £500, and now I'm actually earning between about £5,000 and £6,000 a month from this business. So if you work it like a business, it pays you like a business. So I'm just going to run through. There's only 4 levels in the business, and the way that you progress through the 4 levels is by building a bigger business turnover each month. So as your business turnover grows, you are promoted through those 4 levels. So level 1 is the first level, district manager, and your average income here is about £150 a month. Now for me, it took me 4 months to get to level 1, and I was actually earning between £500 and £800 a month. So that just gives you a bit of an overview. So who do you know that £500 to £800 a month would actually make a big difference for? You know, who do you know that could use an extra £500 a month to, I don't know, pay their bills or pay for their children's extracurricular activities or buy a new car or handbag? It doesn't matter. Everyone's got different wants and dreams. So who do you know that could really benefit from being an Arbonne consultant, level 1, earning £500 a month? You know, have a think about that, and then let them know and introduce them to Julie and Hannah so they can give them the answers to their questions. Right, level 2 is an area manager. It takes about 20 months to build your business to this level. It took me 6 months. The average income at level 2 is about £800 a month. Now for me, it was actually about £2,000 a month. And what's lovely about level 2 is your business is now an asset, so it's willable. So while you're building this business around your main job, around your children, around your busy life, you're actually building an inheritance for your children. So I know for me, if I was to pass away tomorrow, you know, heaven forbid, but if I was, every single month Arbonne is still going to send me a paycheck because my business is willable, and that will go to my husband or my children. And I know that for Julie and Hannah, this is important for them, for James, because once we're gone, we're gone. What else are we going to leave them? Most people leave their children debt, you know, and we don't want to be like that. So building this business to be able to will to your child or to your loved one, that is key for a lot of people, absolutely key. And I don't know about any of you guys on the call right now, but I've never heard of that in my life. I've never ever heard of building a business that generates an income that is willed to your loved ones after you've gone. I think that's incredible. Right, level 3, regional vice president. It took me 11 months to get to level 3. The average income is about £3,600 a month. So this is where I am now. My highest paycheck at level 3 has been £8,000 for the month, but my average is about £5,000 to £6,000 a month. So who do you know that £5,000 a month would make a significant difference for? This was the level when I said to my husband, you don't have to work anymore if you don't want to. You know, it's just huge. It's life-changing. And you're also given a white Mercedes at this level, paid for by the company. You choose your white Mercedes, it's yours, and that just represents the business that you have built, because it's an online business, you can't tell if somebody's walking around and their online business turns over £1 million a month. You just don't know. Everybody looks the same. You can't tell if somebody's a self-made millionaire with Arbonne, and there are so many of them. So you know when someone's got the car, because when someone's got the car, you know they've got $1 million business, which is incredible. So that's that level. The fourth and final level is national vice president. The quickest somebody's built their business to the top level is 6 months. The average is 53 months, and you earn about £15,000 a month here, and there's no cap, there's no limit. So there are people in this business that earn £100,000 a month, and that is absolutely doable. It doesn't happen overnight. No, I'm not going to say that for a second. But if you keep building this business and you keep sharing the information about these products to people, your paycheck's going to increase. And that is exactly what happens. So imagine being able to will to your family an asset that can potentially grow and grow and grow long after you've passed away, and give your family £100,000 a month paycheck. I mean, that's incredible. Imagine what charity work you could make a difference for. So this is the last slide, and I'm going to hand you back to Julie and Hannah. Where do you see yourself? So from me, I just want to say a massive thank you for supporting Julie and Hannah with their business. They are both health and wellness consultants, the same as myself. And there are 3 sort of ways that you can benefit from what they're doing. You know, they're trained health and wellness advisors, and they're growing a phenomenal business. So where do you see yourself, where Julie and Hannah can help you? So number 1, you might want to be an independent consultant as well, or you might know somebody else, and that's great if you do. Julie and Hannah can help teach and train them, not on their own. We have a whole team of people. You're never on your own in this business, which is great. If that is a fit for you or someone you know, it costs £56 one-off. Start your business, that's your website, and then you get a massive discount on the products, and you get paid for every product that is bought through your website. Fantastic. That's number 1. Number 2, you might decide to become a product user, and that's great if you want to do that. And you can either just buy the products at full retail, or you can become what's known as a preferred client, which is where you get your own login details, your own account, like an Amazon account, and you get 20% off all of the products. Now, all that with that, all you do is tell Julie and Hannah what it is that you're looking for. Ask for a bit of advice. They're there as your consultant, always. They're always going to be your consultant, and they will help you with everything that you need help with. And you can get those products shipped straight to your door, which is lovely. And then the third way that you can benefit from what Julie and Hannah do is you can host an event. Now, we do in-person events or online events, doesn't matter, whatever is better for you. And you just gather 4 or 5 friends. Tell Julie or Hannah what it is that you'd like, a makeup event or a skincare consultation event or a nutrition, healthy, happy hour event, something that interests you. Invite 4 or 5 friends over, and Julie or Hannah will give you an overview of the products that you're most interested in, and have a really fun hour and a half. And then as a host, as a thank you, you earn free products. So those are the 3 sorts of ways that you can benefit from what Julie and Hannah do. So I'm going to stop talking, because I can talk just as much as Julie, and I'm going to hand it back to Julie and Hannah just to wrap up the end of this call.
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you very much, Danny. That was really informative. Actually, I've just recapped loads of stuff that that we should know instantly, but it's just a learning curve. I think I learn something every day.
Lots every day.
About me, as well as the business, because the one thing that I have learned, which I'd like to just pull back to the beginning, is about the sharing. I've actually spent a few years thinking that being an only child, I didn't find it easy to share, because what was mine, and what was mine was mine. And when Hannah came along, I had to share things, but I only shared with Hannah, but I taught Hannah how to share. And this business now is just unbelievable how much I want to just share. And it's a strange thing, because it's even made me realise how deep I am. That's definitely a different story. But even on a level of just sharing the goodwill, as you say, I love the idea of being able to become in a position that I can give my time to people and help them for free, if you know what I mean, without doing it in a job role style. I love the charitable things that people do. It's a wonderful feeling when you turn your Facebook on, or when you open your phone in the morning and you've received messages of goodwill and so on. And this business really does promote everything good and healthy, that just comes from the ground, really. It's just amazing for us, and we're enjoying every step of the journey so far, aren't we? We really are. We're proud to say that baby James has never had any other product on him than the Arbonne ABC range. And since he started being a bit more mobile, he's gone on to the big boy range now, of child creams and so on. So we're really proud of that, because it shows our devotion to the company and what it's giving back to us. So really, just to conclude tonight's launch is, hey everybody, if you really care about yourself, you really are worth it. And even if you just try a sample of something,
it costs you nothing to try a sample.
Because it's good stuff. And
we wouldn't recommend it to anybody if we didn't believe in it, and also we wouldn't use it on ourselves or on the baby.
It's been educated, isn't it? It's a wonderful business. But if you don't want it as a business, that's fine, but just it's a tough world out there. Take care of yourself and your family, and that's it, really. So thank you so much, Daniela. Thank you.
Thanks, Danny, and thank you everybody for coming on this evening.
Thank you.